Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Maiden Field. It's senior night. We have a lot going on, so we're going to try to get y'all updated on everything as the game progresses with schedule changes and whatnot. The Maidens are celebrating senior night. Abby Cruz is a lone senior tonight. We'll have that senior ceremony here in just a few moments. I'm Adam Bell along with Sammy Hendricks. Sammy's joining us tonight. He's working on the lineups over there, getting the stats ready for y'all for a post-game report and everything. Right now, let's join public address announcer Adam Taylor with senior night ceremonies here at Maiden Field. Have they started that yet, Sammy? Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and give y'all schedule changes real quick. Obviously, the Maidens have senior night tonight. The game versus CCA that was originally scheduled for tomorrow, that has been canceled. The Maidens instead are going to play their region game versus Turner at Turner tomorrow. So be aware of that. First pitch is at 5:30 over there at, 4:30. No, 5:30. 5:30 over at Turner County tomorrow night. So make plans to attend that. And also, Indians football is tomorrow night over in Lakeland. Kickoff at 7:45. They're having a senior ceremony, a homecoming over there tomorrow night for the Bulldogs. So make plans for that. So you got the Maidens on the road in Ashburn tomorrow, and you've got the Indians on the road in Lakeland tomorrow. So you could go to Ashburn, watch the Maidens, and drive down to Lakeland on the way back and catch some Indians football. All right, here's senior ceremonies with public address announcer Adam Taylor. Waiting on things to get set up. There you see Coach Kemp on the field now for the Maidens. We'll have at postgame today, we'll have Sammy Hendricks with the postgame stats report and Coach Kemp. And then we're going to downstock everything, shoot over to the field house, and you're going to have the Coach Jones show later this evening as soon as everything wraps up over here this evening. Hurricane Helen's got us cramping everything into one night, doesn't it?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Maidens Field. It is a very special night tonight. It is senior night for our one special senior.
All right, here's senior ceremonies.
Our senior tonight is Miss Abby Cruz, number 18. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Tammy Cruz, and her sister, Addison Cruz. She's been a 4-year player for CCHS softball, and she's received the Most Improved Player Award. She was asked, what will you miss the most about CCHS Maiden Softball? She said, I will miss working with the best team of girls. Even on the long, hot, humid summer days, they always made it easier by making you joke or just being silly. I will also miss leading them and giving them big girl advice on their hard days. But for the most I will miss is the memories made with the friendships that will last a lifetime. She was asked, how has softball benefited you? She said, it's benefited me greatly by teaching me basic life skills such as discipline, teamwork, responsibility, respect, and self-control. The benefits has guided me all throughout my life, and I will always be grateful for the abilities and things that softball has taught me. and her greatest softball memory. She could not put one memory down, but she had to choose because all of them have impacted her life greatly. But she will always be thankful for every chance she got to step on the clay and play the game that she loves and is gifted with. But now it's her turn to step off the field and unlace those keys. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our senior, Miss Abby Cruz.
All right, senior Abby Cruz for the Maidens. Only one senior this year, Sammy.
Yeah, and I mean that's a good sign for the Maidens. You know, you hate to see that one senior leave. Abby's been a great ball player for the Maidens, but you got a bunch of young girls, and that's exciting for the future for sure.
Well, congratulations to Abby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Maidens Field.
One thing about only having one senior,
Is our Charlton
we should be in good shape next season. Abby's our first baseman, but still with just one senior, we're going to be reloading again next year.
Yep.
Leading off, playing
Hey, you and I were talking during
Trinity
pre-game. They're about to hit player introductions now. Well, hold on.
playing center field, number 12, Janiah Thomas. Playing third, number 18, Hayden Johnson. In left field, number 1, Macy Wilson. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 7, Imani Hall. Batting sixth, catching, number 8, Haley Mahan. Batting seventh, pitching, number 11, Zoe White. Batting eighth, playing first, number 17, Raisha Frazier. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 5, Hayden Graham. And Brooks County is led by head coach Jonathan Hand and assistant coaches Tyler Dukes and Stephanie Johnson.
And now your Charlton County Maidens.
And now for the 2024 Charlton County Maidens. Leading off and catching number 30, Kennedy Taylor. Batting second, playing second, number 22, Jules Gowan. Batting third, playing third, number 5, Callie Carter. In the cleanup position, first base, number 18, our senior, Abby Cruz. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 8, Kayla Mackey. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 4, Carly Cruz. Batting seventh, pitching, number 33, Emma Robertson. Designated player tonight, batting eighth, number 00, Carly Cruz, 2. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 3, Matt Gibbs. Your selection player tonight in right field, number 9, Layla Nash. The Maidens were led this year by head coach Seth Kemp and assistant coaches Josh Graham, Jeremy Rankin, and Eric Owen. Would everyone please stand for our national anthem?
Courthouse Public Address Announcer Adam Taylor with senior ceremony, pregame ceremonies, and the national anthem. Sammy, a lot happening in the last couple of hours with the schedule changes, man. A lot going on.
Yeah, this weather that's supposed to be coming in toward the end of the week has threw a wrench in everybody's plans, not only players and coaches, but parents as well.
It's going to be a busy 2 days. And all kind of craziness. Hurricane Helen, right? Helene
or something like that.
Helene.
Yeah.
Rearranging everything in Georgia this weekend. So stay tuned for that. We've got the latest. Maidens today at 5.
And just remind everybody, and I know you did a while ago, but it was first put out that the game was at 7:30. It's not. It's at 7:45, not 7:30.
Yeah. Yeah, the kickoff will be 7:45 because they have a homecoming ceremonies over there, which I saw on their page. They're not doing homecoming ceremonies till halftime, so I'm not sure why they delayed it to 7:45 as opposed to 7:30, but they have their reasons, so we're going to roll with it.
That's right.
And the Maidens will be in Ashburn. So head on up to Ashburn, support the Maidens, and drive on down to Lakeland on the way back, catch some football.
There you go. Yep.
All right, here's Sammy Hendricks with the call. Sammy?
All right, for Brooks County leading off, number 10, Trinity Vinson, followed by number 12, Jariah Thomas, and number 18, Hayden Johnson. On the mound for the Maidens, number 33, Emma Ray Robertson. Behind the plate, Taylor Kennedy. At first base, Cruz. At second base, Jules Gowan. At shortstop, Cruz. At third base, Callie Carter. At left field, Matt Gibbs. Kayla Mackey in center. And Layla Nash over in the right. And home plate umpire has said play ball. So here we go. First pitch. Inside, 1-0. One-0 from Robertson. Down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, called strike. 2-1. Brooks County is coached by head coach Jonathan Hand. Maidens coached by head coach Sutton Kemp. 2-1. Inside, 3-1. Swung on a miss. 3-2.
Full count.
Three-two pitch. High, ball 4. So leadoff walk for Vinson here in the top of the first. And we're going to have a timeout called. Coach Kemp has walked over to the home plate umpire discussing something.
They're a fall league game at the baseball field?
I was just going to say, if you know a lot of sports, we got baseball fields active, softball field, and the football field. They all got something going on. Yeah, it looks like some kind of game.
I was asked earlier if there was a baseball game today. I said, not that I know of, but I was mistaken. I apologize. There is something going on over there at the baseball field.
All right. That meeting between Coach Kemp and the home plate umpire has concluded. Trinity Vinson at first with a leadoff walk. That'll bring up number 12, Jariah Thomas.
Ooh, pretty pitch.
First pitch to her. Inside, I guess. 1-0.
Just a touch inside.
One-0 pitch is low.
She likes hugging that inside corner, but he's not calling him. She's going to have to bring it over a little bit.
Nice stop batter by Kennedy Taylor. Timeout called. Coach Kemp's going to come out and speak with Emory. I think Coach Kemp has noticed something in her delivery. She's trying to get that corrected.
Well, Sammy, I was telling you during pregame where I was looking at the schedule, and we mathematically have a shot at a 3 seed with a little bit of help.
Yeah. You went over the scenarios with me. I don't remember all of them what you said, but you are correct on that. Call strike. 2-1 on Thomas. 2-1 pitch chopped over toward third. Foul ball.
Two and two.
Not sure who the home plate umpire is. Base umpire is Terry Williamson. 2-2. Swung on and foul tipped at the plate. Kennedy hung on for strike number 3. 1 down. That'll bring up Hayden Johnson. Vincent out first with 1 out. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch. A little low, 1-1. A little high, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swung on, hit it out towards short. Cruz fields. Second for 1, and it won't be no throw to first. So to get the lead runner. 2 down. So Johnson will be at first now, and that'll bring up Macy Wilson.
Now batting number 1, Macy Wilson.
One and oh.
Called strike, throw down to first, and Johnson's back safe. Pitch is high. Pitch is chopped up the middle. Cruz feels it, takes one step, and steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Brooks County ladies leave 1, go to the top of the, or correction, the bottom of the first. The Maidens come to the plate.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Maidens Softball on CSN.
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says go Indians.
Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
All right, welcome back to Maiden Field. Bottom of the first, no scores. Sammy?
All right, leading off for the Maidens, beat number 30, Kennedy Taylor, followed by Jules Gowan, and then Callie Carter. That's your first three here in the bottom of the first.
Leading off tonight for the Maidens, number 30.
Looking at the region standings right now, Maidens come in with a 6-5 region record, and Brooks County comes in with a 1-6 record. Big game tonight, I believe, between Clinch and Lanier.
I thought I was sitting low. I hit that pump. There we go. I felt like I was in a low rider over here.
First pitch to Taylor is high. Number 11, Zoe White on the mound for Brooks County. Behind the plate, Haley Mahan. First base, Rahishia Frazier. Second base, Peyton Graham. Give you the rest after this pitch. So I'm going to foul off at the plate. At third base, number 18, Hayden Johnson. In left field, number 1, Macy Wilson. In center field, number 12, Jariah Thomas. And in right field, number 10, Trinity Vinson. And that's your defense for Brooks County.
You see that Clinch schedule? Clinch has Lanier Brooks, Irwin Turner, and Atco left.
A tough schedule.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah. Well, I think with a win tonight, the Maidens will at least guarantee a number 4 spot in the playoffs, and then we'll go from there on it. Swung on a miss. Taylor strikes out. One down. That'll bring in number 22, Jules Gowan. Gowan swings and fouls one back. 0-1. Oh, to Gowan. Swung on a miss. 0-2. Gowan missed that high fastball. Oh, 2 pitch. Foul tipped at the plate. Jules just stayed alive. Still 0-2.
Breeze coming at us today.
A little bit.
A little bit. Feels good.
Oh, 2. Swung away high into short left field. Left fielder coming over, and she makes a good running catch.
Play.
Caught it right on her shoe tops.
Jeez.
Great play out there by number 1, Macy Wilson, for out number 2.
She had to hustle, but she got it right before it hit the ground.
I didn't think she was going to get to it, but she made a great catch. And with 2 down, that'll bring up number 5, Callie Carter. Time called at a plate for just a minute. Now Carter's back in the box.
Wow.
3 up and 3 down for the Maidens in the bottom of the first. Go to the top of the second, no score.
We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
And then along came Walker Jones.
You work hard, and you need a truck that works as hard as you do. There's only one name to know: Walker Jones. That means independence, innovation, and rugged dependability. At the home of the lifetime warranty, we'll treat you like friends and good neighbors should.
This is Brad Tootin, and come see me at Walker Jones GMC in Waycross, Georgia.
GMC, we are professional grade. Walker Jones GMC, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjonesgmc.com.
West Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians! Welcome back to Maiden Fields. Sammy, no score, man. Top of the second.
Right. Leading off the top of the second for Brooks County. Be number 7, Imani Hall, followed by Haley Mahan, and number 11, Zoe White. That's your first 3 here in the top of the second. No score here in the top of the second. First pitch is swung, going to hit high to right field. Still going. That ball's going back. That ball's going to be off the bottom of the fence. Nash will get it in and go back to second. Not in time. So a leadoff double for Imani Hall. Full Brooks here in the second. That'll bring up Haley Mahan. First pitch is a little high, 1-0. Pitch is caught a ball, 2-0. To a pitch, chopped her toward third, off of Carter's glove. He had to roll over to Cruz, and she won't have a play anywhere. So it'll be an infield single. That's going to give Brooks County runners at first and second now with nobody out. Bring up number 11, Zoe White. Let's see if Coach Han has Brooks playing for a little small ball.
Want to know?
One-0 was low, 2-0.
Need a double play ball right here.
2-0 pitch is bunted high in the air. Cruz dives for it, can't get it. And the ball's going to fall, and everybody's going to be safe. They're the third runner back safe. So White bunted up in the air. Cruz made a great attempt for it over between her and the pitcher's mound. She couldn't get to it, and that's going to let it up for the Trojans.
Well, she made a heck of an effort, didn't she? She tried to get that thing.
So bases loaded now, nobody out. That's going to bring up number 17, Rahisha Frazier. First pitch is swung on toward the left. That ball's going to get down. It's going to get between Gibbs and Mackey, roll to the wall. 1 run scores. Mahan around, she'll score. So 2 run score. And Trojans are going to have it second and third now. Still nobody out. The Trojans will take a lead here in a second. 2-0, still nobody out. That'll bring up number 5, Peyton Graham. She tries the bunt, misses it, 0-1. Time call. We're going to have a courtesy runner for White over at third, the pitcher. Maxwell will come on a run for White. Pitch to Graham, swung on and hit foul.
Oh, 1-2.
To Graham. Top slowly toward short. Cruz Fields on the first. In time for the out there, but a run to score. Maxwell will score, and Frazier will move over to third, and she'll be there now with one out. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Number 10, Trinity Vinson. Vinson walked back into first. Go strike, 1-1. One pitch, swung on a miss. Good off-speed pitch from Robertson. 2-2. On the Trojan right fielder, Trinity Vinson. Chopper back to the mound. Robertson fields. He's going to go to the plate. The tag is made. Oh, they called her safe at home.
Do what?
Not sure about that one. I thought she had her, yeah.
Oh, no. That's not a good call.
Run scores. 4-0 now, Trojans.
I'm surprised Coach Gibbon didn't come out on that call.
Yeah, I thought she had her. That's going to bring up Janiyah Thomas. Thomas struck out back in the first. Vincent will be at first now with one out. 0-1 pitch is foul back, 0-2. Two pitch, top to third. Carter on the second, in time for the out there, and there will be no throw to first. So 2 down. That's going to bring up Hayden Johnson. Johnson reached on the fielder's choice back in the first. First pitch to her is called strike. They're down to second. Nobody's there. And the ball goes out in center field. Mackey backs it up. And she will throw to third, but not in time. I guess maybe a little bit of communication issues there between Cruz and Gowan. Nobody was at the bag. The throw was there, but nobody covered, and the ball goes out in the center field. Swung going to hit out toward the left, and that's going to drop for a hit. Gibbs over, and it goes past her and rolls through the fence. Johnson will go into second with a double. We give Johnson an RBI. 5-0 now, Trojans.
I'm going to have to go back to Max Preps and make sure I looked at the right Brooks team.
Yeah. That's going to bring up number 1, Macy Wilson. She swings and hits one down the third base line, and that's fair.
He signaled fair.
Gibbs over and cuts it off to keep the run from scoring. It's a good hustle over there by Mac Gibbs.
When I Googled them on Max Preps, it said they were 1-9 in the region.
Well, they come to play today.
They came to play today, that's for sure.
And that'll bring up number 7, Imani Hall. She started all this off back in the earlier in inning with a double. She doubled and scored to lead, start this inning off. 0-1 on her. 0-1 pitch. In for a strike. Call to throw down a second.
Oh.
Not in time. So second and third now with 2 outs. I believe if somebody got to the batter, that was a good throw back there behind the plate from Kennedy Taylor. Could have had a play there. Swung on, hit too short, center field. That ball's going to drop. And another run's going to score and throw to the plate.
Make the tag. Oh.
Saved there. She had him, dropped the ball, so 2 runs are going to score. And on the throw to the plate, Hall will go down to second.
Time called. Hopefully she's all right.
Injury timeout called. She may have hyperextended that arm the way she stuck it out there to make that tag, and the runner kind of ran into her arm, knocking the ball loose. And I think that's what they're looking at is her elbow. All right. Taylor back on her feet. Says she's ready to go. Gets her gear back on. So the 11th batter in the inning will come up for the Trojans. Number 8, Haley Mahan. She reached on the air and scored early in the inning. Hall at second with 2 outs. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Pitch, chopped towards short. Cruz bobbles it. Fields throws it first. In time for out number 3. But a good inning for the Lady Trojans here in the top of the second. They score 7. We'll go to the bottom half. They lead at 7-0.
We'll be back right after this.
Indians fans, are you looking for a better banking experience? At Georgia's Own Credit Union, our goal is to save you money. We'll help you level up your game with better rates, lower fees, and easy access to your funds. With 35 branches and a network of over 110,000 ATMs, we're never far away. Best of all, we support the people, places, and teams that make Georgia great. Stop by our local office at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkston. To learn more about Georgia's Own, visit georgiasown.org. Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Nothing is better when the heat is on than to come cool down at the Chill Zone. Come and let the Chill Zone be your favorite spot to grab a snow cone. It's our specialty with so many delicious flavors to choose from. And don't miss out. Check out the full menu, where you're sure to find something from our wide variety of selections to suit your cravings. And don't forget, the Chill Zone is mobile, so wherever you may find yourself with the need to keep your cool, just look for that bright yellow Chill Zone mobile and come cool down at the Chill Zone.
Welcome back to Maiden Field. Sammy, we got to get some bats going, man.
Yeah, big inning for the Trojans here in the top of the second. They score 7. Lead at 7-0.
This kind of reminds me of that Indians game a few years ago when we were ranked number 1 in the state, went over to Brooks. Brooks hadn't won a game, and they beat us. Like I said, trap game. Maidens better get these bats going.
Trojans had 6 hits in that top of the second. Leading off the Maidens, for the Maidens in the bottom of the second will be Abby Cruz, then DeKayla Mackey, and Carly Cruz. the senior, Abby Cruz, lead it off. First pitch is swung on a miss, 0-1. Abby went after that high off-speed pitch. Oh, 1 is low, 1-1. One pitch high, hit high in the air out towards center. Center fielder over about 4 steps and makes the catch for route number 1. Jariah Thomas with the play. One down. That'll bring up number 8, Kayla Mackey. Pitch to Mackey is high, 1-0. Pitch. Inside, I guess, 2-0.
She has an interesting release. So it looks like she's going to let the ball go on the kick, and then her arm goes around one more time. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an unusual delivery for sure.
See, right there, it looks like she's going to release, and then that arm goes around one more time.
And Mackey lays one down the third base line, and there will be no play. So an infield single for Mackey. She'll be at first. That'll bring up number 4, Carly Cruz. So the first base runner in the game for the Maidens here in the bottom of the second. First pitch, runner going, pitch is low. That's going to be off the catcher's mitt. Mackey round second. Now she's going to go to third, and it'll be no throw. Mahan couldn't find the ball behind the plate, and that allowed Mackey to go all the way around to third. One 1-0 on Cruz. Carly, little check swing at it. She went 1-1. Looked like she tried to maybe bunt it and decided at last second to go ahead and swing away. 1-1. She bunts it this time down the first baseline. Everybody's going to be safe. Wyatt fielded it. Looked at the plate, had no play, and by the time she turned to look back at first, it was too late. A good hustle down the line by Cruz, and run scores. 7-1 now, Trojans.
Robertson almost hit one out here yesterday. Hit the bottom of the fence over here to my right.
Ray Robertson shows bunt. She pulls back and takes a strike. Throw down to second, not in time.
I thought it was going to leave the park, and it died right before the fence.
Ray swings and fouls one back. Oh, 2. Carly Cruz at second, 1 out. 0-2 to Robertson. Here it is. Inside, 1-2. One, two, swung on, hit out toward right center. Center fielder back, makes the catch. And no tag by Cruz at second. I think Coach Kemp wanted her tag, but she didn't get back in time. 2 down. That's going to bring up number 0, Carly Cruz. First pitch, swung on, chopped over toward first. Fielded there by the first baseman, and she'll tag it back for right number 3.
Whoa.
But the Maidens get 1. Go to the top of the third. 7-1. Brooks County Lady Trojans.
We'll be back right after this. Shop local. Support the folks that support your youth. Greetings from Folkestone and the Crossings. Fine clothier and gifts. We carry just the right apparel for our southern weather. Stop in, shop, and enjoy the finest southern hospitality from the Crossings. Fine casual wear to weddings and proms as well. You'll find it at the Crossings. Charlton Electric, serving Charlton and surrounding counties with over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services. Our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades for mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixtures, and much more. Call us today for an estimate, 912-496-4528. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Welcome back to Maiden Field. Brooks leads the Maidens 7-1, top of the third. Sammy?
Right, leading off for the Trojans will be White, followed by Frazier, and then Graham. That's your first 3. Amy Ray Robertson still in the circle for the Maidens. First pitch to White is high, 1-0. White singled and scored, or pinch ran for back in the second inning. And by Maxwell, she scored. 1-0 in for a strike, 1-1. One pitch is inside, 2-1. 7 runs on 6 hits for the Trojans back in the second. Two on, chopped over toward short. Cruz backhand, bobbles it, throws it first, not in time. So that'll be an infield single for Zoe White. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for her. That will be, I think, Maxwell again. And that'll bring up number 17, Frazier. Frazier doubled and scored and had 2 RBIs back in the second. Pitch to her is hits floated to her short. Cruz on the first, not in time. Godwin didn't get over to the bag, so no play at second. And then after that long throw, Cruz couldn't get Frazier down the line. And that's going to bring up Graham. Graham grounded out to short back in the second. She squares and shows bunt. She bunts it foul. 0-1.
I had to go look at their schedule again. They're 2-9 overall, not 1-9. 1-6 in the region.
All right, 0-1 pitch to Graham is high, 1-1. Runs at first and second, nobody out. One hit over toward first. Cruz field it, step on the bag for out number 1. And on the play, Maxwell will move over to third, and Frazier will be at second. And then that'll get us back to the top of the lineup. Trinity Vinson. She walked first at bat and reached on a fielder's choice in the second. First pitch to her is outside, 1-0. One-0 pitch, swung on, hit behind home plate, foul. 1-1. Remember, Ray needs a big strikeout here. One pitch, low, 2-1. Good stop behind the plate by Kennedy Taylor. They kept the run from scored. 2-1 pitch, swung on and foul back. 2-2. Two pitch. Just a little bit low. Throw down to third. The ball goes out in the left field. And a run is going to score. So the home plate umpire has called the runner that scored to the plate. They've called her out. Maybe interference, maybe. Which, if that's the case, the runner at second should have to go back to second. And that's ball 4 to Vinson. So I'm not sure what the call there was, but they called the runner that went across the plate that supposedly scored. They called her out. And a pass ball. That's going to allow Frazier to score. And on the play, Vinson will move up to second.
Sammy, we're getting into some dangerous territory right here.
Pinch runner over for Vinson. That's number 14, but I don't have her name. So I'll try to get that for you.
Two 2-0.
They don't have maybe that's Abby Broom, maybe. Her name's on there, but no number. And I don't see another 14. 2-2 to Thomas. Chop foul, and the counter still remain 2-2. Two pitch. That's going to be a dead ball, that hitter. So first and second now with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Hayden Johnson. Johnson reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Had an RBI double and scored a run in the second. First pitch to her is low, 1-0. Time called. And the Maidens infield is going to get together and talk. Maybe to kind of just calm and slow down Emery a little bit on the mound. All right, that meeting has concluded. Two down. Pitch to Johnson. Called strike. 1-1. One pitch is swung on her by first, caught in the air by Cruz, right number 3. So the Trojans get one, but they leave 2 on base. Go to the bottom of the 3rd. They lead it 8-1.
We'll be right back after this. 912-496-7043, and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral. Folkestone Furniture on Main Street has the largest selection of home furnishings in Charlton County. We'll feature different items every week throughout the season. Stop in and see what's new in Folkestone Furniture. We have bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room suites, and so much more. Come in and see us today at Folkestone Furniture.
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says go Indians.
Allen Aldridge Insurance located. Welcome back to Maiden Field. Kind of shell-shocked right now. Hopefully the Maidens get the bats going. They trail Brooks 9-1, Sammy.
All right, leading off the Maidens will be Gibbs, followed by Taylor, and then Gowan.
I got 9. You got 9?
8.
What, 8? Okay.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Maidens, number 3, Matt Gibbs.
All right, Maidens got some work to do. They trail by 7 here in the 3rd. Gibbs will lead it off. First pitch to her is high, 1-0. One to Gibbs. Outside, 2-0. Mahone tried to frame it back there behind the plate, but couldn't get the umpire to change his call. 2-0. 3-0. Maidens need the base runners. Three-0 pitch.
Call strike.
A little makeup call there. That ball was low and outside. 3-1. Three-one pitch is fouled off at the plate. Count now 3-2 on Matt Gibbs. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Maidens. That'll get us back to the top of the order. Kennedy Taylor. Taylor struck out in the first. Kennedy takes strike, 0-1. One pitch, here it is. Swung on in little chopper over toward first. It's going to roll foul. So 0-2 now on Kennedy Taylor. No 2 pitch. High. Gibbs is running. She'll be in safe at second. So 1-2 now on Taylor. Gibbs at second. Nobody out.
Two and 2.
2-2 pitch. That's going to be a dead ball, that hitter. So Taylor will walk. That's going to get the Maidens runners at first and second now with nobody out. And I'll bring up Jules Gowan. Jules flew out to the left back in the first. First pitch is bunted over toward first. First baseman of field, and she'll have a play nowhere.
Bases loaded.
So nice placement of the ball by Gowan. She hit it over toward between first and the pitcher's mound. And by the time Frazier got over and made the play, she had a play nowhere.
Well, she put that bunt down right where it had to be. She had to reach for it, too.
Yep.
She went out there and got it.
So that's going to load the bases for the Maidens. And it'll bring up number 5, Callie Carter. Callie popped out to the second baseman back in the first. First pitch to her, that's a dead ball, that hit her, and that'll be a run for the Maidens. Give Carter an RBI. Eight to 2 now, Trojans. And that's going to bring up number 18, Abby Cruz. Abby flew out to center back in the second. Pitch to Cruz, swung on and hit the short right field, and that ball's going to drop. Taylor scores. Gowan's going to round third. She'll go to the plate. 2 runs will score. That'll make it 8-4 now, Trojans. Little bloop single to right by Cruz. Carter moved up to second on the play. Two RBIs for Abby Cruz. And that's going to bring up number 8, DeKayla Mackey. Mackey singled and scored back in the second. First pitch to her is outside, 1-0. Throw down a third. Oh, they called her out. Wow. I thought she got a foot in there, but she's got to get on the ground, get dirty. So 1 down.
Got a slide.
Cruz can move up to second. I think she got in there, but she was caught out. 1 down. Swing and a miss by Mackey. Good all-speed pitch
1-2
by White. Can't make that first run out at third, or first out at third like that. Pitch to Mackey. Swung going to hit area toward the left. And that ball's going to get down. Mackey turns and was almost at second. Now she'll turn to go back to first. Nice job out here by Wilson getting that ball, getting over and getting the ball and getting it back in. Cruz will move up to third on the play. So first and third, 1 out. That'll bring in number 4, Carly Cruz. See if Coach Kemp has Mackey running here. She is. Pitch is swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. 0-1. Mackey at second. Cruz at third. 1 out. 2 big runs there for the Maidens. Oh, 1 to Carly. Here it is. High, 1-1. We're going to have a timeout called by Coach. We'll come in and talk with Carly. Right, 1-1. Carl lays on bunt down. Pitcher fields, goes to the plate. Not in time. Abby Cruz scores. Mackey's going to round third. She's going to score after the throw down to second. And Carly Cruz will be at first.
Still got 1 out, 2
1
out.
down.
1 out.
8-6 now. Trojans lead it. That's going to bring up number 33, Emma Ray Robertson. She flew out to center back in the second inning. She'll take a ball high, 1-0. Pitch called strike, 1-1. High, 2-1. Runners go. They're down to second, not in time. So a stolen base for Carly Cruz. Pitch to Robertson. Swung on hit out here to short. Ooh, shortstop makes a cast up at the second, not in time. Carly will get up and she'll go to third. She's going to round third. She's going to go to the plate. Third, she's going to be safe.
Wow, what a
So she went to third. Yeah, she went to third, and Coach Kemp kept her going, never stopped her, and Carly was able to score. Score now 8-7.
That's a gutsy
Trojans.
call by Coach Kemp right there to have her keep going with the ball in the infield.
Yep. That looks like some Coach Marchman stuff right there.
It did. That was Marchman-esque right there.
Yeah, well, Coach Kemp's been taking notes.
I think I just invented the word, Marchman-esque.
There you go. Carly Cruz at the plate now. Carly grounded out to first, back into second. Base is empty. 2 down. Pitch to Carly. Swung on a miss. Pitch is high. 2, Christian, 1-2.
Y'all don't forget the Maidens are on the road tomorrow to Turner, and the Indians are on the road tomorrow to Lanier.
One, 2 to Carly. That hitter, that's going to be a dead ball. So Carly will be at first now, and that's going to bring up Matt Gibbs, who started this inning off with an infield single and run scored. You know, you kind of would have thought they would have probably rescheduled a softball game tomorrow since they had to move the football game to tomorrow. But
right. Well, they had already moved the softball game.
Yeah.
And then the football, because of the hurricanes, they moved the softball game yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then today, with the hurricane looming closer, I guess,
Yeah. Gibbs lays one down to third, and round to third is Cruz, and she's safe.
Dropped it.
Cruz is going to score.
And all of a sudden, we are tied at 8. What a difference an inning makes. 30 minutes ago, it was 8-1. Brooks County was leading. Now the Maidens are back in it at 8-8.
Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, come on.
Okay, gotcha.
Taylor lays one down,
right
fielded by the pitcher on the first, in time for out number 3. But a big inning for the Maidens. They score 7. We go to the top of the 4th, all tied at 8.
We'll be back right after this. We've got Coach Jones headed over here, so we're going to have a combination Coach Jones show and Maiden softball all at the same time. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. In Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve. standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
And then along.
All right, welcome back to Maiden Field. We're all tied at 8. A lot happening with this hurricane. Coach Jones just shot us a text, asked us if he could come on over instead of waiting until after the Maidens game because he has so much going on with preparation for the game that has been moved up to tomorrow. So Coach Jones is going to be joining us here live during Maiden softball here in just a moment. So a lot happening right now. And the Maidens have rallied to tie this thing. We're tied at 8 as Brooks County comes to the plate. Sammy's just about back with us. He stepped downstairs for just a second. Sammy, a lot happening, man. You're back.
Yep, I'm back. Leading off the fourth for the Trojans will be Wilson.
There you go. How's that?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Check 1, 2.
Test
Check 1. There you go. All right.
Two and one on Macy Wilson. Wilson reached on a fielder's choice in the first. She singled and scored in the second. Call strike, 2 and 2. Two pitch. Call strike 3. Struck her out.
2 and 2.
Up 2 and 2. 2 and 2. I missed the pitch there. 2 and 2. 2-2 pitch is fouled off at the plate.
Coach Jones joining us live over here at Maiden Field. Coach, how you doing?
I'm all right. How about y'all?
Doing good, doing good.
We're just going over a few minutes ago everything happening with the hurricane, things getting condensed down into a 2-day schedule.
Yeah, today was a fun day.
I'm going to turn it over to you and Sammy. Glad to have you, Sammy.
First of all, the 2-2 pitch grounded at the short. Cruz Fields on the first in time for round number 1.
We're in a tight one, aren't we, Sammy?
We are 8-8 here in the fourth. That's going to bring up Hall. So, Coach, how's everything going? It's been a couple weeks since I seen you and talked to you. I missed last week or a week before to coach the show, whatever they were at them.
Today was the most fun day that I've had as the Indian head football coach.
Yeah.
Started the morning kind of, wondering what was going to happen. We're kind of in the dark with this weather stuff until, the school district releases something. And right about lunchtime, I was on lunch duty, and Coach Dean called me from Lanier. We started talking, scenarios about, when and how to play the game. And this is stuff I kind of knew yesterday, but didn't pay much attention because this storm changes so much, not really day to day, but hour to hour. And so, I just, it's been an interesting day when you got to get the logistics for so many together. And so when I say fun day, it's fun in the fact that, when I told the kids we were playing tomorrow, they all, burst and just cheering, and they were happy, fired up to get back out on the field. But it's fun because all the things you had planned for Friday, which is easier for folks to kind of get things organized, gets pushed up a couple of days. And, what you think's, easy to get done ain't so easy.
Right.
So.
Well, Coach, me and Adam talk about, the season that goes on, and we talk about it every year. We look at the season as being part 1, the non-region schedule, and then we get down to the last 5 games of the season, part 2. Kind of end on a sour note with the first part of the season with the devastating loss to Toombs County. What's the mood been like around in the locker room the last week and up to today?
I say devastating, to coin your phrase, because we weren't able to win the game. But, these are games that I don't want people to lose sight of, the last 10 years of Indian football and what we're trying to help build. It starts with the foundation, and you got to play games against really good folks to get better. You know, we weren't able to be successful. But in saying that, I thought our kids attempted to try to play hard. You know, the first half, you know, we made some mistakes and we were still in the game at halftime, Sammy. So, you know, we come out in first snap of the second half, we, you know, mishap the snap, and, you know, then it kind of goes downhill from there. But as far as the effort, proud of our kids. I mean, we were, you know, going to play through being, you know, outmatched at a couple of key positions. You know, we had an injury a couple games ago that's, you know, kind of hurt itself in the last game. And so, yeah, I mean, the kids have bounced back. They're resilient, man. I mean, it's kind of like after Jeff Davis, we came back out the next week and there wasn't a rah-rah speech about we got to get back to work. We just went and did it. Right. So we had the off week as far as, and I talk about an off week, it's really an open week. It ain't a week off, right? We practiced Monday through Thursday, got better on ourselves, you know, tried to get ahead on a couple of region opponents. But, heck, if we know that we're going to have to play Wednesday, we'll probably spend the whole week on Lanier. Right. But you know, we hadn't had to say anything. That's the thing I'll say about our kids. It's, you know, with it being Charlton County and our kids having played, been in the community where football's been important, wasn't a whole lot to say about getting ready for Lanier. They still got a bad taste in their mouth about the Lanier game from last year, right, albeit this staff wasn't a part of that. Our kids lived it, and they probably had to hear it, you know, for an entire year from you know, guys that they know from over in Lanier. So it's just going to be an interesting game from the standpoint of, you know, we've practiced, they've practiced, albeit we're 3 days short in preparation. We both got the same set of circumstances. We better go over and play well.
Well, you know, that brings me to my next question. You brought it up, and this is something you've harped on all year. I wasn't able to make the Toombs game. I was out of town with some family stuff, but I watched it on TV. And, man, I'm going to tell you, you know, you look at the score, and the ball game was, to me, was a heck of a lot closer than what the score was. Them kids out there, I mean, in the past couple of years, you kind of see once a ball game gets something like that in the late third and fourth quarter, kids kind of, you know how they just kind of get where this is a blowout, we kind of give up. Our players on that Friday night against Toombs County never gave up at all. I don't care how large the score got. Kids gave up and they kept fighting. I was really excited about that.
Yeah, not just this football, not just this senior class, but this football team in general. I'll always be indebted to them for building the foundation of, you know, when you hadn't been extremely successful year in and year out, where it's kind of the expectation like it has been for so long here. It's hard, you know, for the folks that don't coach kids every day. You're dealing with a different person every day. I don't care how old they are. They may be happy some days. They may be sad. They may be frustrated. They may be, you know, just ready to go out there and get after somebody. But in a game like that, who would sign up to play in a game that probably no one thinks you should win or even be in? Right. And so we didn't talk about any of that stuff because I wanted our kids to go out and play better. If I talked about anything going into the Toombs game, it was the fact that against Jeff Davis, a state-ranked opponent, our kids were talking about, Coach, people in the community saying we ain't going to win. So people say, hey, just tell your kids don't listen to that. Small community, they're going to hear it. And so if I challenge them to do anything, guys, if y'all want to be the best, y'all want to go down this road that it takes to compete for a state championship, you got to play in games like this. And when you go and play games like this, no matter what the result is, whether you're up by a lot or up by a little bit or down by a little bit or down by a lot, you better play your tail off through the duration of the game. Right. And let the chips fall where they may. So in that aspect, I was not at all pleased that we lost the game. But was I pleased with our effort? Mm-hmm. A great majority of the time, I was. Right.
Well, this Friday night starts part 2 of the season. 5 big games, 5 tough games, with the first 3, Lanier, Clinch, and Irwin on the road. That's tough enough to just play them 3 teams back to back to back, but all 3 of them on the road. Every game is big. Every game counts starting this Friday night.
Yeah, I've heard folks here in the community say this, you know, quite often. I got the chance to play for Coach Dean at Valdosta. This is one of the things that, you know, I learned playing under him. You know, when we're playing on the road, you got to be a road warrior. And, you know, that's something that has been coined here. One of the state championship runs where had to play all 5 of them on the road, right? And so for us, You try not to treat it any different with the kid. Kids are resilient, I think, and Mr. McCoy, our principal, told me this today. He said, kids are resilient, Coach. They'll bounce back from anything. It's us that have a hard time, right, because we're so used to things being a certain way. And so, like I said, as worried as I was about all the moving parts, the transportation, the food, the making sure that everybody, you all know what time we're leaving, just everything. We're trying to worry about all that in such a short amount of time. It stressed me out. But when I go tell the kids we're playing tomorrow, they're like, yes, let's go, we're ready. And so, that talking to them about the game being tomorrow eased my nerve about, hey, we're going to be ready to get on a bus and go over and play. Our kids are even more ready to play because the last time they were out on the field, the result wasn't the way they wanted it to. So that's what I'm excited about.
Well, you were expecting to have 2 weeks prepared for Lanier County. You get cut short a couple of days with the change in the schedule. How do you prepare for a team like that, or what do you need to do to get your team ready to go on a short week like this?
I mean, it altered today. So what we had to do today was take what we would have done on a Tuesday and Wednesday and a Thursday and combine it in together. Today would have been our most physical day of practice, at least on the practice plan. And so had a really physical day yesterday, Sammy, so I feel a little bit better about that aspect of it because, Monday we really, really got after it. So much to the point to where, we've got specific days where we ice bath and do some other, hydration stuff. I almost felt like we needed to do it yesterday because of how hard we practiced. And so when I say practice hard, I'm never going to come in front of you guys and say, hey, we're really practicing good. If we practice like trash, I'm probably going to say that, and that's been evident at some of our halftime interviews. I don't think we're playing well. I'm not going to, give the old coach speak. I'm going to tell it how it is. When I say we had a really physical and good day yesterday, we did. And so the fact that we had that day yesterday, it kind of went into the talking when I had it with our coaches, but, really saying, here's how difficult this was. We go to fourth block weights, which is most of all our kids and our football kids. I had less than 30 minutes to coordinate with everybody, our coaches, about what we were going to do tomorrow, let alone with what are we going to do today at practice. And so the consensus, because we've got a veteran group and guys have been different places, was let's see what we can squeeze in from today, tomorrow, and then what we would have done on Thursday, which is people call it the glorified walkthrough day. Let's get it in today. And so I felt great about it. Our kids moved around and hustled. Spirit was great. And like I said, Friday night football on a Wednesday,
Coach, not to pick on one specific group on the ball team, but one of the big issues on the two losses, and I know you guys as coaches, you brought it up at one of the halftime interviews done, has been the tackling issues and the penalties. What have we done to maybe try to take care of some of those issues, better tackling and try to get rid of some of these penalties? Because so many penalties we've had have been costly on us the first 5 games.
Yeah, the way I look at penalties is maturity. Before you hold a guy, you move your feet and get in front of him. Before you commit pass interference, you run step for step with the guy with your, hand in his hip, and you don't look back. I mean, you don't get beaten. So some of the things are ability. I don't want to get beaten as the guy's better than me. The majority of it's just been lack of discipline. And then I'm going to say this from a coach's perspective. You ask, what are we doing? We got to continue to hold our kids accountable. You don't just show up and become a disciplined football team overnight. When we make mistakes, the thing I want to ask, folks, because I've gotten that question quite a bit. Coach, what are we doing? And I know it's just from folks that are just interested in football and they follow football. But it's the same thing you would do if you make a mistake at something in life. You address it if it means something to you. You go try to fix it if it means something to you. And then the key statement and all that, if it means something to you, you just get it done. And so you look and you say, well, Coach, are you saying that doesn't mean your kids, it doesn't mean anything to your kids? No, I'm not saying that. But in the course of a game, when live snaps and guys are coming at you and you're worried about doing the right thing and am I in the right spot, a lot of it's maturity. And so we're continuing to mature. I hope we don't make the same mistakes. I hope we've addressed some things as coaches to maybe not help put our kids in those positions. But here's the thing. If a kid's out there holding somebody, coach didn't tell him to do that. right? We got to mature and get ourselves in front of them. And so hopefully we've worked some of those kinks out. Well, hopefully we've worked all of them out, but I'm not going to lie to you and say there's a magic formula other than holding people accountable and then making sure that we're not putting them in the a position to do those things. And then 3, making sure that through that battle we realize don't beat that kid up so much to where you feel like you got somebody walking in the door, because we don't.
Right.
You better make sure he's getting himself better mentally as well as physically, and that we don't beat him down.
Right. Well, Coach, you've kind of told us a little bit how, your feelings and opinions on the way the first half has been. How are you guys as a coaching staff, how are you guys feeling as far as the team goes?
I think we always feel like we're growing as a team. I mean, I think it's more so of the, thing in sports. You always hear coaches, not just head coaches, but you always hear coaches talk about, ignoring the noise and ignoring the outside influences. And I think that's such an under talked about thing in sports. Our biggest thing is to try to keep things together. Kids are so impressionable, so when you're hearing something from so many different places, you ought to be doing this, why aren't you doing this, and you start to believe that stuff. And so what we got to do in that building is continue to trust the processes and things that we have in place to make sure that we're developing and getting better. And then when we're not getting better, that we own up to it, take a sense of ownership about it, which is something we're always going to do, and then go out when the time presents itself and execute. There's really no secret formula to how you develop a team and a family. I know this much about a family. You can tear things down all you want, but Sammy, you better build them back up. And one of the things I always want our young men, and it's reflected in our grades, and how seriously we take being a student in the classroom. You better make sure that you take things seriously. If he doesn't care about doing his work out there, when you present something hard to him out here, it's the same as being in that classroom. Right. He doesn't care about, or something at home that mom or grandma or dad's asking him to do. Better make sure you're addressing it as a whole. So we're developing that family atmosphere, that family mentality, and I think where we'll see the fruits of those labors is here at Region Time, and being fortunate enough making the playoffs.
Right. Coach, going back, let's go to Lanier County real quick. I think they've got 1 or 2 wins. I'm not sure. They scored a lot of points. What do you expect to see out of Lanier tomorrow night?
Well, I mean, Coach Dean, who came in, I know it was a big hire for them. Retired from the University of West Georgia. Again, he was my coach at Valdosta State. I know the folks in Lakeland are very excited about having Coach Dean, and they should. He won 2 national championships. When I turn on the film and watch them offensively, I kind of laugh because it reminds me of Valdosta State practice. They're probably as much like Coach Dean as anybody that knows Coach is I believe tries to be balanced on offense. And, they've been in some games, and I know the scores, they've scored a bunch of points a lot of times that they're scoring points to try and get back in games. But the one game that they won this year, they scored 40 points. So they're going to try to score points and defend. I mean, in my opinion, they're going to do what they've identified that they think they do well. And I'm sure during the off week, just like we've tried to do, they've added a wrinkle or 2. And so, what I'm seeing out of them, I know they're going to play hard. I know they've got some athletes that are a couple of athletes that I think are really, really good or at the top in this region. And again, it's I found out today, didn't know we're their homecoming game.
That's right.
So guys are going to play up above. I don't get into that stuff. What I get into is here's what they do. Here's how we're going to try to counter it. And then are we going to go play the best that we can play?
Right.
And not necessarily be worried about, hey, they do this. Because here's the thing about them having a good player. Same thing with Tunes. Talking about it's not going to solve it.
Right.
You better go out and
Got to go out and execute.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. All right, Coach, just make sure I'm sure, and I've seen 2 different things. Game time tomorrow night is 7:45, right? Not 7:30.
Yep, 7:45 at their request. I think it was something to do with getting the officials there, and they've got really unique to me. It's something I read. I don't know this. I know Coach Dean was texting back and forth with me today, but they've apparently got a community pep rally and a homecoming parade that's right before the game starts. So, it's unique to me, but I'm looking forward to getting over there and playing hard, and it being our kids understand one thing we didn't have to talk about. We hadn't had to talk about in any game. This is Region to football. This is the region of doom, like people talk about, like that's been coined long time ago. So you don't have to talk to our kids about how important this game. Every game in this region is a playoff game, and you better be ready.
That's right. That's right.
It is.
Yep.
It really is a playoff game every time.
Coach, you got anything else?
No, other than, I know it's Wednesday. I know it's a big night. Folks go to church. It's kind of that middle part of the week where you pause and you give thanks. Tomorrow we're going to, just like we do every week, we're going to have a devotion just like we would. We got some kids that would miss Bible study, so I don't want our kids to lose that part of it. But we're going to travel over there. Every bit of Indian Nation that can come over on a Wednesday, we hope you come over to Lakeland and support our tribe. I'm so proud of our kids and how resilient they are in making, what could potentially be a really, really bad storm for a lot of people,
right.
Having this little small moment for them. So, really, really proud of that. And I thank everybody for being so supportive with our food program, with our touchdown club, our quarterback club. It was great for me to be able to come out here because a lot of people don't know, a lot of these girls play multiple sports here.
That's right.
And so, I'm ready to lift this mic up and yell at old Makaria Gibbs right here. This is pretty cool for me. So I'm glad I got to come over here and do this with y'all here.
I wanted to ask you, when we're over here at Maidens Field a couple of weeks back, you threw out the first pitch.
I did. It was a
Now,
strike.
do you have a softball background? Because you had the form and everything down. I mean, the release, the form, everything.
I would be
called strike.
I wouldn't be telling you the truth if I didn't tell you the girls helped me before I got out there. What we did not want is another baseball incident when I skipped that pitch over there. So I made them teach me exactly how to do it so that one day if my daughter decides to play softball, at least her dad can teach her how to pitch. No, I won't teach her how to pitch, but it was all the girls.
Well, from way out here, they were all strikes. We called it for you.
That's
we called
right.
it for
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We'll see y'all tomorrow, right?
Yep, tomorrow
Yes,
night,
sir,
7:45.
absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you for coming over here. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate you,
No
Coach,
problem,
as
Coach.
always.
Hey, Matt. Matt, let's go, Matt. Oh, my goodness.
That's Coach Jones joining us live right here during the Maiden Softball webcast. Coach, appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow night.
You ready, Matt? Back up on the gate.
Still 8-8. Oh, no, it's 10-8, I think now it was.
Well, Sammy, the Maidens regain the lead, or gain the lead, 11-8. But here comes Brooks charging back with bases loaded. And no outs.
That's number 12, Jariah Thomas at the plate now for the Trojans. 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss, 0-2. Vinson's over at first, Graham at second, and Frazier at third. 0-2, swung on, hit out here toward left. Gives back about 2 steps and makes the catch. Runner's going to tag, throw to the plate, not in time. So Frazier scores. Graham move over to third, and Vincent will stay at first. That'll bring up number 18, Johnson. First pitch, Johnson hit
Might be
slowly
a
out
double
towards
play
short.
ball.
Creation Mackey to second, and they call her safe at second. Run scores. Slow hit ball. Mackey's got to charge that ball, and she let it come to her, and they weren't able to get a play.
Now batting number 1, Macy Wilson.
And that's going to bring up Wilson. Pitch is low in the dirt, and it gets by. Taylor behind the plate, and runners will move up. Second and third now. Time called. Coach Kemp's going to come out and talk with his infield. Correction, her infield.
I have 10-11. Yeah, that's what they have that to us. We're still up. Or 11-10. And looking at the official scoreboard, that's what they have too.
All right, that meeting has concluded. Wilson at the plate. Second and third, one out. Wilson, the ball gets by the catcher and not far enough for the runner to advance. That one kind of went off Taylor's shin guard. And now Coach Kemp is going to bring the infield in a little bit. With one out, runners at second and third. Call strike. That's Hall at the plate. Low, nice play that time by Kennedy behind the plate, saved the run. Wilson at first, Johnson at second, and Vincent at third. Pitch is low, 3-1. Got to throw strikes here. 3-1, swung on a miss. 3-2. Three-two pitch, chop back at the middle. And that's going to get through for a hit. One run scores. Runner's going to go to third. Nobody there. They're going to have her in a run down, and run's going to score.
I have 12-11 now. Is that what you have?
I think I missed that one in and talking with Coach Jones, but I think you're correct on that. I think it's 12-11. Runner at first, 2 down now, and that's going to bring up Mahone. Throw to first. Hall back safe. Low. High fly ball to center. Cruz over and up. Makes the catch right number 3. But the Trojans get 3 here in the top of the 5th. And got to the bottom of the half. They lead at 12-11.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Maiden Softball with the special guest, Coach Jones, all at the same time. We'll be right back.
You work hard, and you need a truck that works as hard as you do. There's only one name to know: Walker Jones. That means independence, innovation, and rugged dependability. At the home of the lifetime warranty, we'll treat you like friends and good neighbors should.
This is Brad Tootin, and come see me at Walker Jones GMC in Waycross, Georgia.
GMC, we are professional grade. Walker Jones GMC, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjonesgmc.com.
West Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians!
Hey, Indians fans, are you looking for a better banking experience? At Georgia's Own Credit Union, our goal is to save you money. We'll help you level up your game with better rates, lower fees, and easy access to your funds. With 35 branches and a network of over 110,000 ATMs, we're never far away. Best of all, we support the people, places, and teams that make Georgia great. Stop by our local office at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkston. To learn more about Georgia's Own, visit georgiasown.org. Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Nothing is better when the heat is.
Welcome back to Maiden Field. Maidens trail by 1. We got a wild one here this afternoon, Sammy.
12-11 going to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll have the bottom of the order up for the Maidens.
Like we got Taylor headed to the bullpen.
Number 3, Matt Gibbs will lead off for the Maidens.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Maidens, number 3, Matt Gibbs.
Y'all stay tuned for postgame. We'll have Sammy with stats, and Coach Kemp's going to be joining us for an interview of her own, too. We're going to have everybody tonight.
Gibbs takes the ball low and outside. 1-0.
Maybe we can get Coach Marchman to call in and Dusty, and we'll round out the whole.
1-1.
I haven't figured out how to do the call-in feature yet on this. I need to figure that out.
Two and 1 on Gibbs.
Like I need something else to do over here, right?
Yeah, right. Two, 1. High and outside, I guess. 3-1. White wanted that pitch. She didn't get it. Three 3-1 is high. Ball 4.
She'll head to first.
Gonna have a pinch hitter now. Number 21, Carly Roddenberry will hit for Kennedy Taylor. She shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike, throw down to second, not in time. And Gibbs don't see the ball. She should have been up and went to third. I know that's going to be one thing right there that Coach Kemp's probably going to talk to his girls about. They slide into third and not looking around trying to find a ball, and there's been several times during this game they could have popped up and went to third, but they're staying there at second.
That's happened several times tonight. The ball be moving around, and our girls are just, they're just getting up from second. They need to be alert and ready. Not trying to be too critical, but I mean,
Roddenberry swings and hits one up the middle. That's going to get through. Gibbs is going to round third. She'll go to the plate. She'll score standing up. And we're all tied at 12. RBI single by Roddenberry.
Gibbs with that fast running. We're tied again. She was flying from second to home. We're going to have a football score at the rate we're going.
Now batting number 22, Jules Gallup.
And I believe that's number 30, Kennedy Taylor, back in the running for Roddenberry. And that'll bring up Jules Gowan. Swung on here toward the left field. Left fielder over. Drops it. Ball falls. She'll pick it up and she'll go to second. Not in time. And the ball rolls by the second baseman. But a great job over there by number 17, Frazier, to back her up.
Now coming to the plate, number 5, Kelly.
That's the first one she's dropped. She's made some fantastic catches out here early in the game.
That'll be an error on the left fielder, Wilson. Callie Carter now to the plate. She'll take a ball high, 1-0. 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. First and second for the Maidens, nobody out. Called strike. High strike out there. Surprised Coach Kemp don't have Carter trying to bunt the runners over. And that may be what she's talking to her about. She may have gave her a sign and she may have missed it, but 2 strikes now. She'll probably be swinging away. Carter swings and hits one to the right side. That's going to get through. Taylor rounds third and she'll score. Gowan will go to third. Throw goes to the plate, and on the play, Carter will move up to second. So second and third now, still nobody out.
This has been a wild game today.
And now batting number 18, Abby Cruz.
So 3 runs in here in the 5th. Runner at second. Correction, second and third. So Gowan did not score. That's going to bring up Abby Cruz. Cruz swings and hits one high over toward first. Frazier in. She makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Kayla Mackey. 1 out, runners at second and third. 2 big runs out there for the Maidens. Mackey bunts one foul behind the catcher. 0-1. Callie Carter at second. Jules Gowan at third. To Mackey. Inside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch to Mackey. Here it is. High, 2-1. Zoe White calls a timeout. She wants to have a conversation with Maven behind the plate.
I have a scoring update from Clinch. Lanier 15, Clinch 2.
All right, pitch to Mackey. She lays a bunt down, but it's foul. Mackey swings and hits one high out towards second. Caught there by second. Gowan tags to third, and she's going to score. And on the throw to the plate, Carter will move over to third. Ball goes past the third baseman, and Carter will pop up, and she'll go to the plate. Throw there, but not in time. So both runs score.
Well, you can see Coach's, I don't want to say frustration, excitement. Trying to get these girls up to stand up and go over there at third. You know, got to get these girls, they got to go. They got to go.
With 2 outs, that's going to bring up Carly Cruz. Pitch to her is swung on and fouled back. So give Mackey an RBI on the fly ball in the infield, and the second run scores on the throwing error.
What a game, man. This is a barn burner.
15-12, Maidens lead it here in the fifth. Cruz swings and hits one slow out to a short on the first in time for out number 3. But the Maidens regain the lead with 4 runs here in the fifth. Go to the top of the sixth, 15-12, Maidens.
We'll be back right after this. Y'all stay tuned. This thing's not over till it's over.
Then come cool down at the Chill Zone. Come and let the Chill Zone be your favorite spot to grab a snow cone. It's our specialty with so many delicious flavors to choose from. And don't miss out. Check out the full menu, where you're sure to find something from our wide variety of selections to suit your cravings. And don't forget, the Chill Zone is mobile, so wherever you may find yourself with the need to keep your cool, just look for that bright yellow Chill Zone mobile and come cool down at the Chill Zone.
Welcome back. I was just telling Sammy at the break, with Lanier looking like they're going to run rule clinch tonight, if we can hold on to this thing, we'll be in a tie for the 3 seed with clinch.
Yeah, well, first things first, we got to hold on to this seesaw battle back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way this game's going, it's not over till the bottom of the 7th after the 3rd out.
Yep.
A wild one here at Maiden Field tonight. Sammy?
All right. Pitching change for the Maidens. Number 30, Kennedy Taylor will come on and pitch. Emma Ray Robertson will go to second. Mackey will stay at short.
Okay, I have 16. What do you have?
I got
It
15.
looks like, but I'm in an odd angle, but it looks like our scoreboard, the official scoreboard, has 15.
That's what I got, 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 15 now. I liked my score better.
And the other change for the Maidens, I believe that's Jules Gowan behind the plate now.
I'm not sure 3 runs is enough tonight. Taylor on the mound to come in and close it out.
Leading all 4 the Trojans here in the top of the 6th. Number 11, Zoe White. First pitch to her is low, 1-0. One-0 pitch hit over towards second. Fielded there by Robertson. On to first, in time for out number 1.
1 down.
That's going to bring up Rahishia Frazier. Frazier scored 3 runs in the ball game this evening. First pitch to her is swung on and fouled off at the plate. 0-1.
Time's football team leaving tomorrow? 3:45?
Yep.
Okay, that'll be about right. That'll put us over there about 6.
0-1 pitch is low, 1-1.
So I'll just meet y'all up here. If you're escorting, if you're not, we'll meet up here. We'll just follow them over there.
1-1 Frazier. Swung on, hit out toward right field. And that ball's going to be off Nash's glove. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Frazier around first, and she'll go into second. So good effort over in right field by Nash. She got to it, but the ball just tipped off the end of her glove. So runner at second now, 1 out. That's going to bring up Graham. First pitch to her is all the way to the backstop. And Frazier will move over to third. I like this Frazier kid. She can hit the ball. She's hit it hard every time she's made contact this evening. One 0 pitch. Called strike. 1-1. One pitch is swung on and missed. 1-2. Time called. Coach Kemp's going to come out, and Galvin is going to get a new catcher's mask. One and two. On the Trojan second baseman. 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Still 1-2. One-two pitch, high, 2-2. Two-two pitch is swung on a miss, strike three.
2 down.
So that's Taylor's first strikeout in the game. 2 down, and we'll go back to the top of the order. Vinson. First pitch to Vinson is called strike, 0-1. Frazier will be at third now with 2 outs. One swung on a miss, 0-2. Little cheese that time by Taylor. No 2 pitch in the dirt. Nice block back there by Gowan. 2-2. Correction, 1-2.
Man, don't be messing with me like that.
One-two pitches popped in the infield. Cruz over by the first base dugout and
almost
can't quite get to it.
Senior Abby Cruz had a shot at it. I knew we were young, but I didn't realize we only had one senior on the team.
Yeah, some of y'all think we had 3, but we only got 1.
Which bodes well for the next couple of years, though.
Yep.
I mean, just one senior.
All right, 1-2 pitch to Vinson. High, 2-2. I like the home plate umpire here. He tells you what the count is. You can hear it, and you can hear his call. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. Mackey over toward third. She calls it. She makes the catch for out number 3. So Trojans lead 1 here in the top of the 6th. Go to the bottom half. 15-12 Maidens.
We'll be back right after this. Please remember to shop local. Support the people that support your kids when we come back. Greetings from Folkestone and the Crossings. Fine clothier and gifts. We carry just the right apparel for our southern weather. Stop in, shop, and enjoy the finest southern hospitality from the Crossings. Fine casual wear to weddings and proms as well. You'll find it at the Crossings. Charlton Electric, serving Charlton and surrounding counties with over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services. Our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades for mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixtures, and much more. Call us today for an estimate, 912-496-4528. Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral. Welcome back to Maiden Field. Maidens lead. Sammy.
All right, leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Maidens will be 33, Emma Ray Robertson. She'll be followed by Carly Cruz and then Matt Gibbs.
I'm glad that sun finally went down. It was wreaking havoc with my camera a while ago. Between the sun and the shadows.
Robertson takes the first pitch high, 1-0. 15-12, Maidens lead it here in the bottom of the sixth.
I didn't set up multiple cameras tonight because I thought we were going over there for Coach Jones' show, so I didn't want to have everything laid out and have to downstack it. But I mean, it worked out. It worked out.
1-0 pitch is swung on a miss by Robertson, 1-1. Must have been inside, 2-1. Zoe White kind of looks over toward her dugout, asking where was that at? Two-1 is in the dirt, 3-1.
I have 3-1. Is that what you have? All right.
To Robertson. Swung on and fouled back. 3-2.
Full count. Which is further, Quitman or Ashburn? It's close.
Quitman, I think. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I was thinking Quitman's about 3 hours.
Yeah. 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Maidens here in the sixth.
I know Ashburn's about 2 hours, 45 minutes in it.
Yeah. That'll bring up number 0, Carly Cruz. Oh and 1. Oh, 1 pitch. It swung on, hit out toward right.
Nice
that ball's going to be down. Robertson around second, but she'll hold there. So first and second now, nobody out. It's going to bring up number 3, Matt Gibbs. First pitch to Gibbs is in there for a strike, 0-1. One pitch is tapped out towards short on the second, in time for out there.
Which is it?
And on the play, Robertson's going to round third. She'll go to the plate. And they're going to stick with the out call second. Yep.
And Coach Kim's not arguing it, so I guess it's. What do you think? You like that call?
Yeah, I think she had it. I think she was pulling it out of her glove.
10-4.
So with 1 out, that's going to get us back to the top of the lineup. We're going to have a timeout first, and Coach Kemp is going to come out and question the call there at second.
Well, now Coach Kemp's out there asking about it.
And they're going to stick with the call. So 1 down, runner at first. Robertson scores to make it 16-12. Kennedy Taylor will come to the plate now for the Maidens.
Taylor's been doing it a long time, hasn't he?
He has, yep.
I know when we moved here about 27, 28 years ago, he was one of the first officials we met, and he was doing it then.
Yeah. First pitch to Taylor, swung on a miss, 0-1.
Him and Kurt, that whole crew. I think you were officiating back then,
I would have too, yeah. Yep.
It's a long time. Now you're sitting up here and criticizing officials.
That's right. There you go.
There you go.
Yep. 0-1. Taylor squares and bunts one foul. 0-2.
I shouldn't say criticizing officials. Critiquing.
There you go, critiquing.
Critiquing officials.
Yep. 0-2 on Kennedy Taylor. 0-2 pitches high, 1-2. One, two, got her looking. Gibbs running on the play. She's just safe. So Kennedy Taylor goes down looking for out number 2. That'll bring up number 22, Jules Gowan.
You have 2 down.
Swung on, hit deep to right center field. Center fielder going back. That ball was going to hit right at the bottom of the fence. Gibbs with 2 outs. I'm not sure what she's waiting on. She'll round third, and she'll go to the plate. And Gowan will be in with an RBI double.
Jules almost had her another home run. Jules Gowan. I understand she hit one at Pierce a few weeks ago. We weren't there for that. We were doing, I was doing Braves football that day.
So with 2 outs, runner at second, that's going to bring up number 5, Callie Carter.
I was doing Braves in Wayne County. It was like 30-0 in the first quarter. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was insane.
So we're going to hit back up toward the middle. Fielded there by the second baseman. She drops it. Gowan's going to round third, and she'll go to the plate. And she'll score. So that'll be the infield single for Carter.
Well, this has been a tale of 2 games, hasn't it?
Yep.
Started off trailing 8-1. Now we're leading 18-12.
That'll bring up the senior, Abby Cruz. Runner at first, 2 down. Hit one out of here, Abby. First pitch to her is high, 1-0. Swung on a hit over toward the right side, but out of play, foul.
1-1.
So we're going to hit her to the right, and that ball's going to drop. Carter around first, and she'll go to third. Now they're going to send her to the plate.
Send her.
Throw there, not in time, and Cruz will move up to second on the throw to the plate.
Coach has turned on the gas.
So that'll be a single for Cruz. She'll move up to second on the throw to the plate. Carter scores. 19-12 now Maidens. That's going to bring up Mackey. First pitch, this one going to hit foul. Everybody in his dugout.
Mackey hit a nice one out of here a couple of games back. That thing landed the string of oak trees out here. Mm-hmm. It landed past that. She got all of that ball that night.
0-1 to Mackey. Swung on and foul back. 0-2. Two outs. Abby Cruz at second. 0-2 to Mackey. Swung on and chopped out toward short. Fielded on the first. In time for out number 3. But the Maidens, they get 4 more runs here in the 6th. Go to the top of the 7th. 19-12 Maidens.
We'll be back right after this. Need at Four Seasons Floor. Folkestone Furniture on Main Street has the largest selection of home furnishings in Charlton County. We'll feature different items every week throughout the season. Stop in and see what's new in Folkestone Furniture. We have bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room suites, and so much more. Come in and see us today at Folkestone Furniture.
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says go.
Welcome back, Maidens lead. Sammy?
All right, leading off the top of the 7th for the Trojans will be Thomas, Johnson, and Wilson. That's your first 3.
I'll see a few of y'all logged on late and might be looking for the Coach Jones show. We already did that. We did that between the bottom of the 3rd to the top of the 5th, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to Coach Jones, just back it up to the bottom of the 3rd through the top of the 5th inning of this game.
Thomas leading off for the Trojans here in the top of the 7th. Down low. 2-1 on the Trojans center fielder. Kennedy Taylor still pitching for the Maidens. 3-1. Called strike, 3-2.
Caught that corner.
Payoff pitch to Thomas. Outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Trojans here in the 7th. That'll bring up Hayden Johnson. Pitch to Johnson is high, 1-0. Got to throw strikes here, Kennedy. Got a 7-run lead. Let your defense play behind you.
What was that?
Me. Call strike. Good fastball, 1-1.
Look at here, man. I don't know if this thing's hurricane rated or not now.
1-1. Swung on and popped up. Caught by Taylor for out number 1. Thomas will hold it first. She'll be there now with 1 out. Reminder, the Maidens will be at Turner tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And Indians will be in Lanier at 7:45 for varsity football. First pitch to Wilson is in for a strike, 0-1. One is swung on, hit back up the middle. That's going to get through. Thomas will move up to second. She'll hold there.
I have 19-12. That what you have? Okay.
That's going to bring up number 7, Imani Hall.
1 down.
First pitch to Hall was low in the dirt. It's going to get by Gowan, and runners will move up. Throw to third, not in time. Thomas will be at third, and Wilson will move up to second. Hall swings and fouls one back. Am I right on the time? Am I right on the time for tomorrow's game at 5 or 5:30 for the girls' game?
For tomorrow?
Softball.
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
Let me double check. I think it's 5:30, but let me double check. I have it posted on a CSN Facebook, but I'm gonna double check right now.
Pitch to Hall is hit over toward first. That's going to get through. 1 run scores. You're going to have a play at the plate. Throw back to third.
No.
They got her at third. Run scores, but out is made to third. So 2 down. Hall will be at second. Give her an RBI on that play.
Okay, Maidens game is tomorrow at Turner at 5:30.
Okay, 5:30 tomorrow, and then again 7:45 for the varsity football game tomorrow night.
Right. So go watch the Maidens. They take care of business, hopefully real quick. Drive down to Lakeland and join us for some Indians football.
There you go. Mahone at the plate for the Trojans.
Let's make a night of it.
Yeah, a late night.
A late night.
Yeah.
Get you a hotel. You got 3-0?
Call strike. 3-1. 19-13 now, Maidens. Here in the top of the 7th. Chop toward third. Foul ball. Nice scoop over there by Carter at third. But the home plate umpire called it foul. 3-2. 3-2. Call strike 3. And that's going to be your ball game. Slugfest here at Maiden Field. Final score, Charlton County Maidens 19. Brooks County Lady Trojans 13.
What a game tonight, man. We've had everything tonight. It's been wild. Sammy's going to have a...
I'm ready.
Oh, you ready?
Yep.
Sammy's got the post-game stats report right now. Sammy?
All right, for Brooks County, 13 runs on 14 hits. 13 runs, 14 hits. They committed 3 errors, 13, 14, and 3 errors. For your Lady Maidens, 19 runs on 14 hits. Maidens also committed 3 errors, 19, 14, and 3 errors. Winning pitcher was number 33, Emma Ray Robertson. Losing pitcher was number 11, Zoe White. Maidens win a wild one, 19-13.
Let me tell you something, man. I was checking the Max Preps records before the game to do the pregame thing. Brooks comes in here at 2-9, but I'm telling you, they're the best 2-9 softball team I've ever seen.
Are. Yeah, they hit the ball good. They run the bases good. They see the ball on the bases when they're running. They play pretty good defense.
They did. They did. They just a couple of errors here and there, and there's no telling how this game would have turned out because, they, like you said, they were hitting the ball, and they just weren't hitting it. They were hitting it in spots. You know what I mean? They were place hitting very well tonight. And base running, they were flying around the bases. I mean, it was a great ball game.
Yeah, they definitely looked a lot better than a 1-6 region team. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yep. And I was glad to see the Maidens with the, it was looking bleak. I mean, let's be honest. It was 8-1 early in the second or third inning.
Yep. And
then the Maidens buckled down and started digging in and getting their offense going to answer those bats from Brooks.
Yep, that's true. I mean, the Maidens got down big, battled back, kept scoring 2 or 3 runs here, got a little bit of a lead, and here comes the Trojans again. So then the Maidens had to go to work again and battle, finally got the lead and kept it in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, I mean, you figure 8-1. We were 3 runs from being run ruled there for a minute. It was scary. Here we are looking at a 4 or 3 seed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? What do you call it? Trap game.
Trap game, yeah.
Trap game. But the Maidens responded big time.
Yeah, you usually think about them trap games in football, but the same thing here in softball. I mean, you come in with a 6-5 record, region record against a 1-6 team, and you would think to yourself, a 5-inning ball game. But they come out here, and Trojans come out like they were 9-0. Yep.
They came out firing, that's for sure. But I'm glad to see the Maidens pull it off. Clinch losing tonight, so that 3 and 4 seed gets kind of interesting here to close out region play with about 2 weeks left.
Yeah, it's probably going to come down to the last couple ball games.
It is.
See who gets that number 3 spot.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's probably going to. Well, we've got Turner to Bar, and then Irwin next week. We're going to go to Irwin for that. And Clinch has Irwin. They had Lanier tonight. They've got Brooks and they've got Adco. So I mean, it's not settled yet.
No, it's not. Like I said, it probably come down. It could very well come down to the last game or 2.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have Coach Kemp here in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a quick break and thank our sponsors, and then just as soon as she's done with talking to the Maidens, we'll have Coach Kemp. All right, we'll be right back right after this. Maidens win this one, 19-13.
Indians.
Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve. standing behind every hype, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
And then along came Walker Jones.
You work hard, and you need a truck that works as hard as you do. There's only one name to know: Walker Jones. That means independence, innovation, and rugged dependability. At the home of the lifetime warranty, we'll treat you like friends and good neighbors should.
This is Brad Tootin, and come see me at Walker Jones GMC in Waycross, Georgia.
GMC, we are professiontal grade. Walker Jones GMC, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjonesgmc.com.
West Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians! All right, welcome back to Maidenville. We're expecting Coach Kemp any moment now. Sammy, a lot going on tomorrow. You got go ahead and give us a rundown one more time. We've got
the
Maidens,
Maidens traveling to Turner at 5:30. That'll be over at Turner, and then the varsity football game. If anybody hadn't heard about it, there has been a schedule change. Instead of playing Friday night, the game has been moved to tomorrow night. That's Wednesday night in Lanier County at 7:45. Game time is 7:45, not 7:30. That game was changed due to the possible inclement weather coming in toward the weekend, so they rescheduled that game to tomorrow night, Wednesday at 7:45.
So it's a lot happening. It'll be their homecoming tomorrow night.
Homecoming, that's right.
So no Band of Pride at halftime. And 7:45 kickoff. It was at one point today we thought 7:30, but because of their homecoming, which they're having at halftime, they bumped it back to 7:45. I'm not sure what.
Well, I found out. I think they actually have a big homecoming parade. They have a homecoming tailgate party and things like that before the game as well. I'm assuming that's why they moved it back to 7:45.
I got you. Okay. And then I was looking at Lanier County Power. I know we've got people from Lanier watching tonight, keeping up with everything going on. And they're having their homecoming dances tentatively scheduled for this weekend, Saturday, for those folks. It all depends on what that hurricane does. Hopefully not a lot of damage. Hopefully we just get some rain off that thing and nobody loses power or anything like that.
Yep, hopefully so. Everybody be safe and make sure you got everything that you need for bad weather coming to our area over the weekend, or at least Thursday and Friday.
And tonight was senior night. We're celebrating senior Abby Cruz tonight. She had a good game.
She did. She scored 2 runs in the ball game, had a couple hits, so she went out on a high note. Played a good first base.
All right, we're going to have Coach Kemp here in just a second. Sammy's changing hats. There's senior Abby Cruz. Congratulations. You had a great game. Good job. All right, Sammy, Coach Kemp.
Coach, you got me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, Coach. First of all, congratulations on another region win.
Yeah.
You come in, expecting probably to get a little bit easier win than what we had tonight. The Trojans jumped up to I think it was a 7 or 8-1 to lead there in the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
Maidens kept battling back. Finally got in there and got down to took the lead, and then the Trojans come back and took the lead back. But a lot of resilience out of the ladies tonight on this win.
Yeah, it was nice to see them fight, but I'm not content with it. I'm not okay with it. We did a lot of things not right. Sunbathing on the field, like Coach Marchman liked to call it last year. We slid a lot and didn't get up when we had an opportunity to make something happen. Honestly, if we're going to do anything in playoffs, which is what we're preparing for, we got to do better than that. We didn't hit the ball. All she was doing was throwing a fastball inside. We didn't make an adjustment getting off the plate. or extending our hands, we really didn't do well.
Well, 14 hits in the ball game for the Maidens, but we also gave up 14 hits to the Trojans, and that's way too many, especially like you said, when it comes playoff time.
Yeah, and honestly, 7 of those 14 hits were bunts.
Yeah.
And yes, we bunted the ball really well, and that's something that we've been trying to do better all year. And we found corners on the bunts, which was even bigger. We produced hits like that. We have a lot of speed in our lineup, so it was nice to see that we could bunt the ball well, but yeah, we still got to do better. I'm not happy with it.
Well, we take the lead going into the 6th inning, and Kennedy Taylor comes in and finishes out the last 2 innings. She's done a great job closing out the ball game for the Maidens.
Yeah, she's been throwing lights out. Honestly, I tell the girls all the time, it's not about the work you're putting in front of people. It's about the work you're putting in not in front of people. And that kid puts in work. She puts in work on Sundays. She asks me to come up here a lot just to throw bullpens, and she looks to get better a lot. And I couldn't ask for any more. We just got to keep grinding and keep. She's been working on a screwball and a rise ball just to keep it off plane of the bat, and she's been doing really, really well.
Right. Coach got another big game tomorrow. Travel over to Turner County. Games at 5:30. Another big region game tomorrow.
That's right. We got to pull in one more, and then I think we'll still 4th place, and we'll go to playoffs. It looks like up north.
Well, we still be tied right now. Clinton County lost today, so that moves us into 3rd place.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
All right, that's Coach Kemp. We thank her as always. Maidens winning this one. Senior Abby Cruz over here to my left. Step out just a little bit, Abby. Step out there. Wait, just there you go. I see you got your family and everything out here, so taking pictures over here with the banner and all. Maidens win 19-13. We'll see y'all next time live on CSN. Have a great night, everybody.